a millionaire introduced a guy who was just getting into marketing to the billionaire. And the billionaire say to him, look, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go ahead and put a couple $100,000, get your business to a couple $100,000 in the next 2 or 3 months so that you don't have to worry about money. You can worry about the impact that you can have on the world.
Wow, that's cool.
Right? What if we had that in our community?
That's what I'm talking about.
Right? What if, and again, I don't know nobody's, I don't count nobody's pockets or whatever, but what if somebody like a Jay-Z or whoever, and again, I never tell people what they should do with their money because everybody has their priorities, so that's not my job. But what if they were to come into, the people that had the resources, were to come into a room like this and say, look, I'm gonna sit here for as long as you need, and I'm gonna answer every single one of your questions to help get you started in your career. And I'm gonna create an event like this once a month or once every 6 weeks, so that when you are stuck, I can answer your questions, right, and help you get past it. So I saw that type of thing taking place every single night. So finally, well, let me get into the presentation. All right. So these are some of just, a very few of the clients we have. Anybody heard of One Music Festival? So that's my homeboy. He and I, right here, Jay. I used to do nightclub promotions, event promotions, like all that stuff. I did radio, in IT, 20 years as a consultant, like tons of different things that I've worked on. But I've actually created an event from scratch that went from 0 to a couple thousand people. Shanti Das, she's a 20-year music executive. She is not in the industry as much anymore. Candy Burrs, Sherry Shepherd, Rashawn Ali, Derek Blanks, a lot of people. These are some of this is like a thumbnail full of the people that I've worked with to help them either make more money or take an idea that they have and help them make money. And it's all through digital strategy, okay? Because a lot of businesses, and even some work that I'm hoping to get with Citizens Trust Bank, you'll see Bank of America and you'll see some of the other banks advertising digitally. Well, our black banks don't do it, or I haven't seen it, right? And it's not because they don't want to do it, it's because the people at the top may not understand the impact that they can have, advertising digitally, right? So why pass out a flyer when I can create an ad on Facebook and target you based on the things that you already like?
Right.
Right? So I'm sure, has anybody shop on Amazon? Okay. When you go to Amazon, if you click on something on Amazon, 10 minutes later you're on your phone on Facebook, you're like, wait. Like, why is this thing following me from Amazon on Facebook, and why am I seeing it in my email? And how did they know I clicked on that? Like, I set all that stuff up so that people can do it, whether it's a church or gym or whatever. Anyway, so one of the problems that musicians face particularly is that everything has changed in the music industry. How many of y'all have seen the change in the music industry? Well, I'm 43. I'll be 44 in a couple months. Anybody in here over 35? Well, let me say that another way. Does anybody remember 8 tracks? If you remember 8 tracks, raise your hand. Okay, so that means y'all remember the whole transition from 8-track to record to to cassette to CD to MP3 to now everything's streaming, right? So y'all seen that transition. And you've seen the artists, the way artists used to promote. They would drop a single, right? They would get that single hot, then they would buy billboards everywhere. And I'm getting way ahead of myself. But anyway, so things have changed, but people are still marketing the same way, right? It used to be a top-down approach. If you just saturate the market enough, and that I've done radio, I've taken the classes, that is the strategy, right? So you hear these artists over and over and over and over, and before you know it, you know the words to Bad and Bougie, right? I'm just being real, right?
Right.
Okay. So, but again, distribution methods have changed, right? It used to be you go to the record stores, and then websites came out, right? How many people had a website and they used to try to sell their music on their website? Who still has a website that's selling their music from their website?
Still got it.
Right? To the download, y'all remember Napster? right? Everybody was down. That's when everybody started stealing music. I mean, big time. Everybody had bootleg CDs.
True.
But Napster was when they started doing it on a big scale, and now everything is streaming. But a lot of people still market themselves as if we were still doing records. So why is it that artists continue to, and I should take this slide down, but I'm just asking you guys a question. Tell me, why do you guys think some musicians, not even musicians, but businesses, struggle with the change? Anybody have? Go ahead. Tell me, do me a favor, stand up and just tell everybody your name so we can get to know each other better, and just, tell us.
Domingo.
Domingo? Yes.
I think that a lot of artists struggle because they're still stuck in I just got a call 3 days ago. Guys like, I'm working on my album, I got like 19, 20 songs, and he's still thinking that he's gonna put all this money into a 20-song album, and it's just not the way people think, it's not the way businesses run. You should look at doing an EP of 5 songs, and take one and push some videos and put some things on, social media, not thinking he's gonna spend his whole budget on recording 20 songs.
Absolutely, that's a very good point, and we're gonna get into that a little bit more. Anybody else have an idea why? Go ahead, brother. And what's your name?
Eloy.
Eloy.
Basically, lack of knowledge, you know what I'm saying? Piggybacking off of what he said, not knowing, basically just growing up and just having a passion for music, but not knowing how to really distribute that, not knowing the business side of things, the contracts, songs and so forth that goes along with that.
Absolutely. Anybody else before I move on? Go ahead, bro.
I'm Boy Wonder.
Boy Wonder,
And
okay.
I think because the artists just, they got kind of handicapped. Because
How so?
the big guys up top say just focus on the music, we'll take care of everything else. Versus learning how to really be hands-on with everything versus just the musical
Just the
portion.
music. Absolutely. So, and we probably could go on for days on that. But again, this is probably piggybacking what you guys said. There's no real growth strategy, right? It's like, yo, I finished my CD, like, yo, you want to buy a copy of my CD? I'm like, bro, I don't know you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, I'm not being any kind of way, but you buy things that you like, right? And if I don't, not to say I wouldn't support an independent artist, because I would, but that's like, let's build a relationship, right? What is the piece inside it? What can you share with me to make me like you? What about your stuff? Like, if you told me where you came from, or somehow we relate, or yo, I see you got the green pants on, bro. I got this song about green pants, at least that's it. You build the common ground.
Right. Yeah,
Right, so
common
you
ground.
build the bridge, and then people can walk across.
Right, that's
Okay?
good.
Again, no platform, right? And I won't even say musicians, but businesses, we, I'm using myself too, get so caught up in what we're doing that we don't think about, who we're serving. Like I'll get into that in a minute, but we don't build a platform from which we can propel ourselves, right? No way to generate revenue. Most people like, hey man, buy my CD, I don't know you. So you ain't got no money until somebody, if that's the way you're doing it, the only money you're generating is if somebody physically takes that CD and buys it from you, right? So, but what about multiple ways to get that money, right? And again, they don't know how to reach their audience. First of all, platform is about building an audience, but once you build that audience, how are you gonna reach that audience, right? So those are some of the things that I help people do. So if they have a platform, I help them generate things to monetize that platform. If they have an audience, I help them generate content to share with that audience, to build those bridges so that people want to buy from them, right? I've had clients that in 100 markets, literally in 100 markets, and we put together a thing or whatever, and her thought was, well, my name is XYZ, and they gonna buy from me anyway, right? So then we presented it to 900 people, and she sold 5 of them, right? So we spent weeks and months working on it, but because of who she perceived herself to be, she didn't want to take advice from little old me, because she's the one with all the followers. She was like, I got all the followers, I'm like, nobody's gonna buy that if you don't go through this process. And she's like, I ain't got time for all that. Like, boom, let's just put it out there. Against my will, and I lost a lot of money in that deal, right? That ain't what I anymore. But there is a better way. There is a better way, right? There's a better way to do it, and that's what we're here for. So I'm gonna show you how to turn your talent into money. And again, ask me questions, take notes. You're gonna have my information. Reach out to me. I'm extremely busy, but I try to answer every single email. So you know, I'm an open book when it comes to that stuff. All right. How to make your following. Y'all are all on social media, right? So there are certain strategies that you can put in place to make your following crazy about you, so that when you finally do something, they're like, oh my God, I want a piece of that because, you know, I rock with them, right? And all this using social media and the content strategy. How many people have ever heard of somebody who they thought was like the dopest person out, but they only made it to your zip code?
Yeah.
Right? Because what you said earlier, brother, we feel like if we build it, like if I could just finish my CD, then the world is they gonna know. I'm way better than 2 Chainz, or I'm way better than Dietrich Hatton, or I'm way better than, you know, whoever, right? But it doesn't work like that. And these are 2 businesses that I built, and I actually got to go with one of these businesses, go to Wall Street, because the idea was before its time. So I was chosen out of entrepreneurs in Atlanta to ring the bell at NASDAQ. Because the idea, and I have pictures of it, like a big picture of me on the corner. They got big gigantic billboards, me on the corner of Times Square. Now, I'm from a small town called Leesville,